Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload into the mess of all our broken ways? You need a signal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome straight back into the GLL production studios. We've got some fantastic stuff lined up for you tonight indeed. We're starting the NA side of the close qualifiers that we had so far for GLL. And on the EU side, it's been an absolute pleasure to bring you these games. So, come on, step inside. We're going to be looking at the stories that these top champs from the NA side are going to be putting out for you in the next 5 matches. So at least 5 hours of good entertainment. And it couldn't be better without Larson, of course, who is here with us tonight to talk us through the stories. Larson, the IGL of Team Kingwin, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure being here.
You're looking fresh.
I have a cable.
It's a meme in between us if you didn't know what we're talking about. But yeah, anyway, inside joke. Larson, tell us a little bit about the NA side, because so far in the EU we've had really close games and some new talent coming in to show up.
So
People that we didn't expect necessarily to be on the top 6.
Looking at the lobby screen here, there's a lot of new names that people that might not have watched other qualifiers, other events might not have seen. But as you said to me during the break, we have Chaos Latin Gamers here, and they apparently smashed the South American qualifiers.
Yep.
I'm looking for them to
perform tonight.
I'm really excited to see what they can pull up here.
Same here. So Chaos Latin Gamers are going to be our top-notch team, of course, for tonight. Let's have a look at the teams and see who is going to be fighting it out for your viewing pleasure. So the invites, of course, are going to be Cloud9 and Corn Shookers. Super talented teams with a super talented roster. Of course, there's not a lot to be said on that one. From the second round, of course, you got MLGB Esports Club, Crimson Esports died while vaulting, WBC Black, Alter Ego Esports, Team RNG, Senju Gaming, Securing All Victories Z, Hollywood Hammers, Pecadores, Reapers, DZG, Unified Gaming, Nemesis Esports, Last Life, and last but not least, the team that we're going to be looking at tonight, Chaos Latin Gamers, which is a new roster. They've been invited to a very big line, of course, to IEM.
Yeah. So
there you go. I'm really looking forward to see what these guys do.
Yeah, like I didn't see any of the qualifier games, and it's gonna be a really good night. We have, like you said, a bunch of quality teams. I don't know.
Duking it out.
I can't wait to get in the game, get in the action.
Intermediate
I'm very excited for these 5 rounds here.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting there quite soon enough. Ladies and gents, you watching at home, of course, you have the chance to support your favorite team via Twitch chat. You know what? Let it spam in there. Let me see who your favorite team is. We're keeping an eye on that one as well. I want to see, is it Cloud9 perhaps? I don't know, maybe it's Corn Shookers. They have some emotes of their own. I'm sure we're going to see some good stuff in there. Don't worry about it. Make it, light it up in there. Light it up. That's what we like to see in GLL. But nonetheless, welcome in once again. We're very, very happy to bring you the story. So let's have a look at the point system now. Let's see how it's distributed. And we were talking about this at the start of the EU broadcast earlier on today, that kills are finally being rewarded.
And in the new qualifier, we also saw a lot of them. But the way that GLL point system actually works is the more kills you get, the more they reward you. So it seems that, I mean, if you can manage to get those 11 plus kills, the points start to rack up.
Oh yeah.
And we've seen teams today with 21 and 23 kills. That is,
yes, we have.
That is the same amount of points as winning a game. So if you manage, I mean, there's 18 teams on the server, right? So there's 74 people, I believe. 72, 74?
72.
72. Yeah. So there's actually a decent chance of actually, you know,
we've
getting
actually
up
hit
there.
that number, yeah.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's more than usual. That's quite a bit, and we've seen it happen here today. And I think it's a really good catch-up mechanic. So I don't know. It's really good to see that we have a tournament where kills actually matter. Instead of like, I don't want to reward gameplay where people just can hide in a corner. I know it's a bigger part, it's a survival game, you have to survive, but we're trying to make this entertaining to watch and entertaining to talk about, and I want to see people just absolutely
just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta be rewarding to get kills, and that is why I love this point system.
There you go.
The more you get, the more points you get for the kills, and it actually matters.
That's actually a very, very good way to put it. And as far as I know, GLL is actually the only tournament out there that makes this kind of reward system. After 10 kills, there's this super rewarding system where you get 10 points per kill. So that is pretty juicy stuff. So here's how the qualifiers work, right? We're going to be streaming you lobby number 1 on this production, and the top 3 of the teams at the end of the 5 matches. Of course, 3 on Rangel, 2 on Miramar. Those top 3 teams are going to go into the first division lobby that we're going to be starting the season 2 on the 14th of December. So that's going to be when GLL starts officially. Or sorry, rather the first season starts officially. The next 3 teams in the lobby, so team number 4, 5, and 6, are going to go into the second division. And they're going to be duking it out, but they also have the chance to move into the first division. There's a bit of leeway. The better points you get, you have the opportunity to move into the first division where you can earn more points per for placements and kills. So there you go. There's that alongside the way. Also, another thing that we should mention is that we have several lobbies running at the same time. So we're going to be presenting you as we go along the results from those lobbies as well. So there you go. That's going to be pretty much all the information that we have lined up for you tonight. The rest of it is just going to be a bloody massacre on that beautiful, beautiful place we love called the Rangel. Let's get straight into the meat of things as we do indeed prepare to show you the first match of the NA qualifiers. What do you expect here? What is your call? Who do you think is going to be the, I don't know, let's say the top 3?
That's a tough spot to win, man. I mean,
give me the top 2. The first team.
I actually don't know. That's why I'm so excited to cast this game. I think it's a really open game for a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
I mean, Cloud9, they've been both hit and miss. They actually managed to qualify for Oakland, but that is because they went really strong in the last 2 games and won 2 back-to-back. And they did it with good fashion. They got almost 25 kills in 2 games and
so
2 takedowns in a row. So when it really mattered, they turned up. But I've looked at the lobby. I don't know who's the most consistent team here. Back in the other lobby, I know more about EU than NA for sure. But
same for your boy. I've been doing events. I've been doing awesome PUBG Online EU.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at this lobby. I don't know who's gonna be the top dogs. Who's gonna be the most consistent team here?
I know the top tier teams that we casted for, that I've had the pleasure to cast for before. But then again, as we see it at EU, and Larson is avoiding, he's sneaking around, saying who the top in his regard would be, and that's for good reason, because what we've seen at EU is an incredible turn of events. A team from the CIS region actually taking the first spot there. A team that we haven't actually heard anything. Well, we did hear about them at IEM. They've absolutely destroyed there, but that's about it. They're coming out of nowhere, putting in a good show, and it's only for your viewing pleasure, and perhaps, for a super fat pot of $50K hairs. So there you go, my friends. $50,000 thrown in. And at this moment in time, there isn't any bigger pot for a tournament prize out there. This is on the top side. And PUBG is very, very glad to hand it out to the best of the best. But without further ado, we're starting off the first match of the night, and it's going to be indeed a good show. Let's go for it, Larson. What are we looking at here? What do we see? So where are the normal teams?
Cornshuckers, Paradox, and Elusive. That's Cornshuckers, I believe. They're landing in Mills of Power. Fulliger and Moody, they're going towards Mansion and Lipavka. So, I mean, Cornshuckers.
The Phase Boys.
I didn't want to say favorites, but they're off to really good starts.
I know you wanted to say favorites.
Shut up. But, I mean, early game is very, very important here. And the best way for success is actually having a very clean early game. The faster you can get up, the better vehicles you get, the better chance you have of making a way of progressing through this. We have, I can't say if it's 1 or 2 teams. I think we have 1 team on South North Island, and they're being so greedy that they're like, hey, there's no one here. We're going to put 2 in Novo, and we're going to put 2 in the Military Island. One place that is absolutely stacked is the South Coast. I can't even count or look at it, but I see Team 2, 11, 17, 8, and 13, and 15. There's a lot of teams on the South Coast. And Katas Buan is taking shots towards Emperdon. He actually managed to take him down. Yeah. And Jumbo Slice here is just driving away, leaving Emperdon behind. But a lot of people wanted to leave the South Coast. That's not a good sign.
None.
And look at the map. Georgia Pole, there's nobody there yet. There's nobody at Gatka, nobody at Primorsk. So
people making their way into it. And you know what? They're going to be quite happy if they do, because the circle includes part of Georgia Pole. Pretty much all the northern area is going to be in it, and half of, well, rather better half of the South Georgia as well. So yeah, you see teams now rotate late on. They probably noticed that nobody actually went to that area, so now they do that themselves. And as they do, well, they're now going to be contested. One will take north, one will take south. That's pretty chill. Yes, Naya has 2 teams, of course. And as you said before, a lot of teams heading towards that farm area. You can understand where they're trying to pull a penta. You can kind of understand why they're trying to do that.
Yeah, but you also get the information where people land, of course.
Yeah.
And when you see that many people land there, shouldn't they opt to take vehicles and maybe drive away a little bit further?
Yeah, but they probably should. One of the reasons why you go there is for vehicles. The second reason is for placement, because if it's going to be military side circle, then you're going to be in a very, very powerful spot. But as it isn't, wait, so a team is actually going. MLGB is actually going from the north to the south. Biggie is transponding himself to the south side. So yeah, Pachinki as well had some fights on earlier on. I saw a member being taken out for T14, as Ansvar is very happy to point out. Ansvar, a big shout out to the guys in the backside there. We gave him a shout out on the EU side, but we have to do it again. Awesome people. Let's have a look at this fight though. It does look like there are some difficulties. Ha, I'm that guy who's gonna get downed, and that's the strong part of sticking around with your team. Refragging as fast as you can so that your enemy doesn't get a chance to kill your enemy.
Oh.
Secure your
The
teammate.
last member of their team here also drives in, even though they only killed one guy. Instead of saying split, he drove from. He killed that one guy earlier, but they team up. They don't want to lose anyone.
They want to make sure that there's nobody else from T13.
And also on top of that, like staying alive, having 4 people progressing onto the late game is really, really, really big. So I respect it. Maybe not the best place to be 4 people looting. They're gonna have a tough time with getting enough gear for the late game, but at least they're all 4 gonna be alive, and that is better than having maybe a lot of gear with just 3 people.
Yeah, that is a good point. So you'd say it would be much better to have 4 players with, let's say, not the best of stuff, level 1, level 2.
You like your teammates are
more important.
More important than loot, right? I mean,
the look you gave me there kind of told me everything about how much you care about your teammates. Again, Larson, the IGL of Team Kingwin, here to talk us through the games and give us a little, few tidbits, few professional kind of perspectives in terms of how the game is played, more specifically how it's played in the esports scene, which is what we're looking at right now. And we're ready, talking about esports, we're ready to take in your advice. That circle, though, is one that we haven't seen for the EU quali. We must say that.
I can kind of say what I have done to transition into a pro player. I remember from playing public games, trying to get into a competitive setting, I was like,
I don't know.
I don't want to play without having a level 2 helmet and level 2 armor. I want the 4 times or 8 times, and I want 300 bullets to shoot with. You learn pretty quickly that if you want to loot for that long and be that greedy, you're not going to have a good time. When people play for, the center of the circle and actually know how to defend the compound, you can't just drive over there and kill them easily.
Yeah,
you kind of learn that good positioning and playing together with your team means more than being super greedy and playing alone, getting all the loot for yourself.
There you go. Well, that tells you everything about how the game should technically be played in the competitive scene. And actually, you can take that advice and put it straight into your matchmaking as well. It will definitely yield some good results. Circle placement is still a very powerful thing, even if you're matchmaking. Now 14, it does look like ZTs of Team Unify Gaming might have spotted some enemies close to them. The outcome is not going to be challenged. So securing all victories, the other team, team number 9 is securing all victories, is not going to get challenged at this point. And here's another interesting fact that we point out. Early on fights, even if they would gather some decent loot from the bodies of your enemies, they might make you lose 1 or 2 members from your team, and that's definitely not an advantage. Tell me something about that. Well, that's basically it. I basically said it, right?
It depends. Like, you can obviously fight and lose people, but you said here you would do it for loot, right? Is that really worth it? If you're in one of the, if you're advancing into the circle and you're trying to get a really good spot that can potentially win you the game, yes, it's definitely worth to fight from it. Maybe you lose a guy, maybe you lose 2 guys, but you're setting you up self to win the game eventually. If you want to kill a few guys while you're looting, they're looting 5 yellow houses near the ruins, my guess would be they don't have a lot of stuff. That's not a VSS and a shotgun, but it doesn't look like, would it really be worth it to maybe get some bandages and a little bit of ammunition and then lose a guy? I wouldn't say so.
No, I don't think so.
So a lot of people decide to just, avoid the fight and try and move past them, but they're actually clashing into each other here. Cetus is sneaking up behind Michibai.
Yeah, there you go. They found someone else, actually. It's still the same squad. Securing all victories.
Michibai surely heard Cetus coming up, right?
Yeah, here's what they did. They waited for the arrival of the 3rd And now they're going to be pushing in here. And as you said it, this might go to their disadvantage. Midget Boy definitely heard them come by. He's going to be going downstairs trying to peek in. Oh, has he heard them though? You know, he goes outside with the AK. Has absolutely no idea what's going down. And Zetties is going to be able to bring him to nothing. Midget Boy out of the game. Last one alive with this compound here. Outcome by the doubles. Double whites, as you call them, next to ruins. It's a powerful compound to defend. But you kind of need your teammates as well. Though Outcome finds himself a friend. And the flows around that as well. Bringing vengeance to his fallen teammate this time around. He will get surrounded pretty. Doesn't hit him necessarily, but we'll go for the refrag. That angle is super hard to hit as well with that with the windows. Rattlesnake playing it easy. All they know is that they can slowly work him out of that compound. And
if you look at the minimap, his teammate is coming up behind and he's probably telling Outcome, hey, I can watch you left, I can watch you right. Just run towards me and yeah.
And I can't watch you.
I guess he wasn't watching good enough, but he told his teammate to come either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was
Outcome
the
goes
only
down.
call. And that's it. Just look at the bait. He left him completely. Jamila the killer is out of there.
It could have been a good play, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted to escape. He probably thought there was going to be 3 more guys here.
Yeah, I mean, what else could he have done?
His teammate was trying to back him up, but he just didn't have the best angle or wasn't committed enough.
A smoke would have helped as well in that situation.
Yeah, but look at where they land. They're landing at ruins. They were looting these double whites. They were looting the yellows on there. I don't think
they got that great loot.
When you loot that together with 3-4 people and like run in a group, you're not gonna have the greatest of loot. And that's kind of the cost if you don't want to fight other people in a big town.
Yep, indeed. Stepsons from Team Last Life in the compound here. And we're going to be getting back into the fight here in a second. Issues with the spec cam.
It's a 3v1, right?
Well,
they're nading him right now.
The nade is going to be going in the wrong room. Gives him a chance to get out, but Stepsons quickly on the micro. That DP will be put to work. Is he going to be working out though? No, not really. Stepsons gets the frag. Western Zane somewhere else on the top side finds his own. So that's going to be it. That's going to be a squad wiped out. And it will be Last Life coming out on top. Team RNG, first one to get eliminated. Actually, so is this something to say about their nickname?
I don't know.
Their team
I'm
name?
actually surprised to see that the guys looted Military Power. They're first leaving now. Military Power is usually super fast to loot up. You don't have like, many buildings.
Corn sugars, yeah.
There's quite a lot of vehicles.
Ooh, spicy. Hey, what's up, beautiful? I'm 24. 8x scope with a backpack as well and a med kit on top of that. Hitman could go for it.
Yeah, but he's alone. He's holding a compound for his teammates. You can see one of his teammates is down below school.
That's a dangerous split because that is not a compound you can
he
hold by
actually has
yourself.
multiple teammates. Yeah, there's 2 of them.
That's a full squad. That's not a compound that you can hold by yourself. How do you find himself stranded like that?
Maybe they don't have vehicles. Maybe
they're
they're just waiting for people to rotate past and they want to kill them.
Maybe they heard some shots and they've got caught up in the process. Is there a team? Let's see if there's a team of the hills.
I don't think they have a vehicle. Look at them. Maybe they do, but...
Is there a team on the hills? Let's have a look at the map real quick. There's absolutely nobody.
So the thing is, that is kind of a popular place to drive through, like right below Pochinki.
True.
But usually that circle, or well, that driveway is popular when you have to rotate from the west and into the east. When you have to rotate to the east, like they have to go north. Yeah. They don't have to go far west or far east, so where they're halting right now is absolutely completely useless. But like you see the circle, people have to go north.
They might get some clients. Look at that. They might get some clients right now. There are people coming in, but those people might be going in towards the danger bridge where Spark is
make much sense to rotate that way around unless you come out of Pochinki. They might think the Pochinki guys are going to drive through here. But other than that...
We'll forget them. We'll give them a chance at life.
I was just analyzing. I mean...
Yeah, true.
It has a name. We call it the highway, actually.
The highway.
Well, just highway. But it's a really popular place to drive, given the right circle.
Highway. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a lot of traffic around that area. Now, a lot of teams have made their way into the center of the compound here. Not a lot of action you can see so far here. Paradox going to be taking in some shots by Silky Meat. He won't be too bothered with it. Won't make an easy escape. Connect with his teammates. So Vohivo. And that's going to be it for Corn Sugars for the moment. The second circle appears, and ooh, is it a spicy one indeed?
Oh.
Shooting green circle with plenty of water afoot. 1/3 of it, to be more precise.
C9 is in a really good spot right here. Right? It's C9 up there with Frex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a decent position. Oh, fighter reps. On the south of the blue. Does look like Blood Drum comes out on top. from Alter Ego Esports. There you go. Jimbo Slice as well, knocked out behind the... I think it is... No, behind the rock. He's going to get absolutely bodied. There's no chance right now to get a res on him. So, I'm not too sure who's still alive from Nemesis Esports. Oh, there you go. Game Changer Rob. He's going to be making a wide turn, and that's a smart way to go. He might be using the westernmost bridge in Georgia Pool as well to go into, which would technically be the safest. Not necessarily now, because there's a team in it looting. Now, Cloud9, there's a lot of people coming into them. A lot of people.
This is fun to see. This is the difference between public games and professional games. Nobody seems to camping the bridges. And people that have had that position, they're, you know, advancing further into the circle.
You say that,
Yeah.
but then we're going to have the last match where teams are going to be hungry for kills. But wait, those last matches is going to be Miramar, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. But like the teams that are usually set up around their place, they choose to move ahead and take a better spot in the circle because they're gonna be the closest ones to it.
Yeah.
And even though, like in the back of your head, you're gonna be like, what if somebody's camping it?
Ooh, bad decision by D-Master to get out of his bike and try to put some shots into his enemies. Volhivo is going to catch him out. Elusive being helped by his big daddy. Nice one there. Absolutely nice. That's a kill and a half for Volhivo, who's going to be quite happy to go there and get the handy loot that D-Master has carefully placed for him.
That is something I've learned from public games.
Don't stop.
So this has happened to me many times before. Where I drive, I see someone, I stop in the middle of the open and just shoot. I have no information where
Always a
other
good
people
idea.
could be.
Yeah.
And as you see there, he stops to shoot in the open with no cover and immediately gets taken down by people in the compound. I learned this from like maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not saying I would do it different, but I made these mistakes a lot of times where you see a guy, you're like, hey, I can kill that guy. But then in hindsight, you stop in the middle of the open. There's a compound close to you. They're still close to you. People could be
That
everywhere.
guy is going somewhere and you're literally following him to his team.
I mean,
So you don't know if his team
You
is
just
there.
don't want to stop in the middle of the open with no information
Exactly.
around you, and then you'll get punished a lot of the times. And
Exactly.
Team Master will he'll not do that
I
mistake again, I'm sure.
Still like the way that the teams have set themselves into the middle of the current circle. It's not too bad how they've placed. Still, some teams have to come in here, and they're going to be coming in late. And I don't know if they're going to make their way too close to the center. They will have to play the edge, of course. As you drive through the current white, you're going to get peppered with shots. And I don't know, full squad firing out on one vehicle. It does look like they have plenty of vehicles for those that are late coming in. We'll have to find out if they do get inside or not. Some teams actually try to swim it out just across the river and then get themselves into the safety of the white. But the circle is already strangling, and squad number 12 seems to be in a bit of a doozy, as they do have another squad behind them. 13 might be able to spot them, might be able to take them down, unless Chorus knows. Yeah, they know. They know exactly what's going down because they were looting the same area. They were looting Venice or Sunken City or Watertown. What do you call it?
I call it Watertown.
Watertown, there you go.
I try to dumb it down as much as possible. So we can find an easy call out. I'm
You
all
really-
for it.
You really have faith in your teammates, I see.
No, but like you can call it potato, tomato, a carrot, and if you just get used to that name, everybody knows it, and it doesn't really matter what's it called as long as you give it a name. You can like, let's say you find a random compound, you call it Alpha, and every time you want to go there, you call it Alpha. I mean, that's a good way to name compounds in random places. And
Yeah, true. That is true indeed.
so
If
you-
everybody knows the
if
same
you
one.
just make the call out enough times, you can learn that place, and then you never have to mark on the map or explain exactly what you want to do.
No water in the current circle. I'm super happy to see
Wait,
this.
what? Is-
Is this
are we
pub-
playing
Is this
PUBG?
PUBG?
No.
There you go. It's actually going to be quite a benefit for all these teams that are scattered around. Cloud9 all of a sudden aren't doing so great. They're going to have to move in a slight bit. And as they do, they might have enemy team quite close to them. It does look like Sokumi and his own. Hollywood Hammers is actually a team that's been performing good lately. They might catch Cena off guard, so they're going to have to be careful on how they play that one. Most of the teams have made it in. I'm happy to see that 17 teams are still alive. Only after the compound breach from Team RNG, things didn't work out for them. But still, we're approaching the fourth circle. It's going to be closing in soon. And still, 17 teams, that's not bad.
This is very normal, actually.
It is very normal.
But this is why I like Miramar.
I'm just saying thereing there's a lot of teams we don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, as the further we progress on, we know what to expect from who.
Exactly.
Have we seen anything to our South Americans yet? Chaos Latin Gamers.
No, we haven't actually seen them. Chaos Latin Gamers might be making their way into our spots soon. Let's see this push though. He's going to be coming in here. Blood Drum takes a heck of a lot of damage. Hello Flow's going to be good to help him out, but it doesn't really work out. Mr. Grimm comes in with the knockout. Blood Drum's going to be healing up. Wazy's going to be taken out of the game there. Mr. Grimm hold it on to the same spot. It doesn't look like you need to move at all. There's absolutely no concern to do that at this moment in time. Because as we look at it, squad number 5 is in the blue, but Mellow Flows comes in with a good knockout with the Car 98. That gives his teammate a chance to push him from the backside angle faster. Mellow Flows pushing in as well. Mr. Grimm now gonna have to be careful on that nade. There's a rest happening as well. If that nade connects, that would be beautiful. That would leave Mr. Grimm alone, but it does not connect the last. So the push comes here from Mellow Flows. Takes Blood Drum down. Mellow Flows as well with the frag. And I think that's it. No, there's still 2 members left alive from squad number 6, and there's knockouts come in from Fast Rails. Fortuna has been taken out of the game here. It's a 2v2 situation as Mellow Flow makes his way onto the top. Not spot enemies close to him. Or will he? He will be right now. One tries to go for a fast spray, doesn't really work out. The transfer doesn't pan. So Fast Trail does the smart thing and just gets the hell out.
It was a pretty costly fight for both of them. I see Bunkies, they're down to 2, and Fastral is the last remaining team member of his life. That's a sad way to go, but they were bound to fight. There was almost everyone alive, and the circle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But Fastral, he's gonna be happy. He makes it out alive. Either way, a very expensive fight for both of the teams, and nobody's really the victor here, fighting at this point in the game. As sad as it is, there's no real victor, and everybody came out in worst position.
And the points don't matter. There you go. MLGB now have made their way onto a good position. They will be, though, in a fight. So will they be able to stay alive for long? No, it's okay. True Holy Man and Triggers OP are going to be taking cracks to their names. As they do that, MLGB actually decide to leave this spot because this is a very aggressive push from his own squad. Squad number 16 really trying to put the screws against their enemies. Just denying them any kind of real estate there. With this drive-through, MLGB are going to be in danger. Ion spots them, sprays them. Doesn't necessarily connect. And as he plays his position onto Fallen Plane.
Kamatan does not have a helmet, and his teammates, as you can see in the minimap,
Level
they're like
1 vest.
100, 200 meters away. He has a level 1 vest, yeah, but no helmet.
Yeah.
So he should be playing it a little bit careful, maybe.
Oh,
Which
look
is-
at that! Look at that DP. Oh, good best. Squad number 4 caught out hard. Wow, shots go in from 2 sides. What can you do?
See down here, they managed to get into this circle. They're gonna have a tough time.
Get it into the next one.
Yeah, we see Silgimid, Shakov, and Team 10. They're 4 men strong.
Yeah, and the thing is, where they are right
They're
now.
gonna get in first, so they can cut them
Yeah.
off. And always Agent and Splat, they're in a pretty good spot. As to say that
Oh, Paradox died.
Paradox pushes into the tunnel and meets, who was it?
Twitch TV, something. I didn't actually get a chance to see it.
But
Those
they're,
just get
they're
thrown in the
a
nade.
full man down there. Look at that setup.
You don't want to push this. You
They're-
definitely
but
don't want to
it's-
push.
But you might want to question yourself. If you look at the minimap also, why did Paradox push down there? It's not in the zone.
I'm assuming they were clearing their angles just to make sure that
Running
nobody's
into
going
a
to be pushing
bunker?
in. Yeah, making sure that nobody's going to be pushing in from there. So might as well lose one guy and know what's up, right? That information has given them GG. I don't know. We'll find out what happens. Those nades don't necessarily
I
connect.
honestly thought it was going to be a good spot in the circle, but it's terrible. It's not in, so I'm surprised they just pushed straight on in.
Stepson's now separated from his teammate Triggers OP. He's going to have to find his way in. In the meantime, Samurai finds himself only alone from Moody. C9 trying to get that cross in between. It's going to be happy, actually. Frexes makes it kind of safe. Frolicker is going to be knocked out himself by Sharkow. See how it pounds out for them right now. H-Win taken out. Necessarily getting a chance to take anybody from Cloud9 down. But he will be going again at a B4X. See how that one pans out. C9 in a dire position.
He got finished, but I think Rex will over to Frolicker and might be able to pick him up.
Yeah, they are. They're close to him. But they've got someone pushing onto them. Hollywood Hammers getting nice and close. pans out for C9. Actually, they're not interested in pushing it. They are.
We're running straight at them.
Corn Shirker somewhere else on the map. They're going to be engaged in a fight, but let's have a look at this one here. So Hammer's coming in. Cloud9 are rotating. They're looking around. They're getting the res on their fallen.
Yeah.
They're getting the res on their fallen teammate right about now. Oh, and this is going to be one for the Bucks. Sharkov is going to be the first one to spot them, but actually G-Boy comes in with the frag. And one prone's in, and that's it. What a quick and painless death for
Took
Cloud9.
so long to pick up Froliger. And yeah, Hollywood Hammers, they come in with the perfect timing. C9 had no chance of reacting because they were just, you know, as you're reviving, you have one ice less, and it was only Frags, and Frags cannot cover all the angles alone. That's going to be a very early out from them, but don't worry. G9, they're clutching. They're, I feel like there's just some teams that works better under pressure. And it's definitely not over C9. They can come back.
Absolutely.
And they've shown that time and
They've
time
shown
again.
that, yeah. At IEM, exactly. Particularly in that event.
And
Trying to run it off. Sorry, Sharkov not trying to take the shots against GLD, who's trying to run it off, but GLD finds himself just a tiny sliver high of the next white. Let's see if it pounds out. Okay, though, in the meantime, Current Shuckers in a doozy. Still on that fight. They haven't given up on that fight by the bunker. That's going to really hurt them. They have some sort of a cross. Both going to be holding off angles. Smitty gets knocked out, denying the frag. Fiends tries to go for a first aid. He will get the chance to do that. But as soon as he peeks out, Vohivo should have him. No, actually, Vohivo has to heal. So as he makes it in, are they safe?
Elusive got taken down by Hollywood Hammers all the way down the hill.
Yeah, from number 10.
Is that Nate? Is that it?
No. That's themselves. That's a smoke.
No, it's not.
No, it's not! What?
Nate, what's that? So, Cornshakush gets out early because, like I
B
said,
Nudge comes in as a solo.
yeah, and he throws the perfect nade, and Hollywood Hammer subs him out. But they lost this because they were too tunneled on the guys in the tunnel.
We didn't see that. Moving on.
But you know what I mean, right? They weren't fighting for a good position. They could just hold them and save something.
And that's the disadvantage of playing the fallen plane. You can hide in it, but you're not going to have a lot of chances. When people know where you are and they start coming all together on that position, you're going to have a hard time getting them. It's going down. Hollywood Hammer still trying to put shots in their enemies, and right now they got 9 total kills. Not a bad performance. Still, though, a long range Scar. If you put a vertical grip on a long range Scar, that's my perfect sniper, my friend. Hurt, but he does have the opportunity to miss. For now. Oh, there you go. Actually hit him with from up close with the vector, nonetheless. But he knocks himself out with an ace. Silky meat gets Zeus. So there you go. That's the good long-range frag they were looking for, and that makes it a total of 10 kills for themselves. Now, Hollywood Hammers playing as a full squad. Really doing good here. Squad number 12 as well, having a decent chance at life. Squad number 3. The only compound in the game is the one that 12 have right now. Not compound, sorry. The only hard cover, let's say that.
Do you know who Team 12 is? I'm wondering.
Yeah, let me have a look. Who is Team 12? Let's have a look at the map for a second.
Oh, it's over here. It's
Extra bone. Oh, that's easy.
Bone.
That's Reapers, man. It's an easy pick. It's Team Reapers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got the only hardcover pretty much in the current white, but they probably gonna have to move. We'll see how the circle strangles in. In the meantime, squad have made it all the way left and right and top and side. There is some good cover in this area, particularly we're showing no MLGB, but I'm talking about the current white. There are some trees that you can use as cover. Another M24 appears on the 8x scope, but it's a bit too late. We are going into circle number 6. So that
they were the
8x
people that went into the shed, right? Or
MLGB, they were the people that tried to avoid the
yeah,
initial
it's
fight
the shed
earlier.
by the plane, right? And
No.
no, yeah, yes, no.
Oh, are they in the shack by the plane? Yes,
yeah,
they are in the shack
they're
by
in
the
the
plane.
shack by the plane. They drove in a bike.
Mm-hmm.
It was team number 8 that saw them.
yeah,
So team
the
number 12 over here, they don't know about them, and they're actually gifted another circle.
That is true.
So it's a 2 men that drove in a bike, and we had our man without a helmet and a little one vest that saw them. But
Yeah. I
I mean,
remember.
you can obviously look at the bike, but they've been uncontested for a while, and that is super fortunate for them. They've been sitting in the shack, and there's only 20 people alive. And with this circle closing in, a lot more teams gonna eventually fall down.
Curse
And-
seems to be looking that way. So
and-
hang
and
on a second.
it's-
Team number 12 should know because
Yeah,
they
know,
saw
but,
someone
but
fighting someone
you cannot
here.
toss a nade from where they're standing
you
right
cannot,
now,
no.
and you have to walk down there. And they're not going to leave their position. They're in a prime position.
Well, actually, technically, you can toss a nade. Or you can't toss a nade from that distance. It's less than maybe needed. Let's see how this one pans out. Though Samurai comes in with frag. B Nudge is going to get taken down, and that's going to be into him. He did manage to knock out a Shark. Shark
Hamas has been on
Overwatch.
fire.
Absolutely. Well, that's
Shaco.
what Hollywood Hammers did. That's what they're called, the Hammers, man.
Shaco was a top fragger. He's been finished now.
Are they going to get the res on their fourth? That's my question. Well, it doesn't seem
No,
like
Shaco got finished by the nades, I believe. And he's
No, by B-Nudge. No, it was actually just a fast bleed. Or it could have been that the nades dinged him down.
either way. he's
Either
dead.
way, he's gone. There you go. Hollywood Hammer's going to have to play his 10, as 3s rather. The R number 10, of course, the squad number there. They spot some enemies. Put some shots into them just to make sure that they're going to stay away. But they don't. And that ends up not necessarily to their advantage. Spark is going to get knocked out. So Hollywood Hammers can easily push into this one now. They're going to get aggressive. Look at this. Oh my god. Hollywood Hammers, they have a big slice of the pie. But they want to find the frags as well. They know that they're so important. So they will be going aggressive to it. That nade somehow does not get sparked down. That one doesn't either. Perhaps a third one could be put into place. But now they should know. They should technically see that nobody actually went for the res. Somewhere else on the south of the map, we saw a frag from Hi, my name is Tom. G-Boy still holding off to the angle, spots the fallen teammate, and knows that there's nobody, or spots that there's nobody behind. The bait, is it going to work? Are they actually going to go for it? Nope, they're not, because G-Boy brings that one member down. Fight erupts now. Dr. Death. But under pressure, Samurai's going to get cats. New Gavali. Oh, beautiful shot from Noxit. H1 as well with the frag. Samurai now, him and his teammate left alive in a 2v1 situation. Zilla, we've seen him put some good shots. He's got the option to res, but as soon as he's going to go for it, the nades might be raining again, and he spots his enemies now. Use his teammate as cover. That is smart, but it's not enough. G-Boy finishes up the dirty business, and Hollywood Hammers still play as 3s. That is not bad. There you go, that nade I was talking about.
So Vexel and Haven's got taken down.
From where?
It's hard to say, but I believe they might have been killed from.
I think that would have been a nade, actually, from 12. But
yeah,
instead
from
of
the guys
hitting
up the hill, yeah.
instead of hitting inside the shack, they probably hit the backside.
And LMGB.
So
they're
they might
still in
think-
the circle. LMGB is still in the circle.
Yeah, looks to be that way, just barely. Just half that shack is going to be in the circle, I
I'm
think.
just gonna try and get Vexel off. I don't know if this is worth it. I mean, they made some plans.
12 now think that there's nobody in the shack because they've already downed 2 people behind it. So they're going to think, oh, okay, so there's probably nobody inside. That could be the chance for
I don't want to
LGB.
commit to that statement.
that's the
but
story?
It might be true. But
It could be. I'm saying there's a potential. Hollywood
E-
Hammers make
either
the
way.
in the meantime there. And as they do, Inferno RP chorus and Rush Bandaz. We're going to try and put a stop to them.
do you remember we were talking about Team 13 when they were down in Pachinki?
Yeah.
They have one member left still.
Oh, they
I
do.
don't think
Sneak
they
his
have
way in.
I don't think they have a lot of kills, but he's been securing a top 5 situation for them
There you go.
by just avoiding the entire game.
Hi,
That's
my
amazing.
name is Tom. What a friendly guy. What
And
a friendly
he's
guy.
even wearing standout coats.
Not for long, though. Rashman takes him out from Reapers, squad number 12, in a very good spot. It looks like Hollywood Hammers want to push them in as well. All the while, MLGB are going to play this one slow, and Smurf will clutch it. Been out fighting this one. The other one's fighting. The Hollywood Hammers and Reapers. Shots raining back and forth. Chorus cannot get the kill. Inferno's going to have to go for a more passive approach here. It does look like Chorus still holding on to the shack angle. They're not sure 100% that has been cleared out. So Silky Meat tries to do a sneaky wraparound. Chorus hears him. But Silky Meat does get the frag. This is a chance for a res, but as soon as it happens, you can bet that there's some nades going to be raining in as well. Smurf takes down both of the members from MLGB, so that's going to be another squad wiped out. In the meantime, Silky Meats finds himself cursed as well. That leaves only one guy alone with not a lot of chances into the game. And that is it. It's going to be 3 versus 1. Smurf, the guy that took down MLGB, versus Hollywood Hammers, and they know exactly where he is. Does he have the circle in that? Yes, he does. Never mind. Just barely. Can we go and have a look at the circle?
He is
No,
barely.
it's not.
I mean, it wasn't the last one. Hollywood Hammers. How many kills? Wait. Bookie.
Whoa.
Look at the total kills here.
Oh, we're starting
this-
off
this is
nice.
Our first game of the European qualifiers. Our team won
Literally,
with
this is the first game.
21 kills. And I mean, Smurf, he might be really, really good, but I don't think he's gonna outrank the three of them when they have the circle like this.
So it's going to
And
be the same amount of
we're
kills.
about to see
Monka-esque moments for Smurf.
another 21 kill victory, back
We
to
are.
back.
We are
In our
indeed.
first game
Well,
of.
We don't know
it's-
that.
I just put out the odds for Smurf. Smurf's really good player, but
Does he have a smoke? That's my question.
Have-
He's
have- no, they
boosting
use them
late.
all when they cross over to. I mean, it
No,
depends
actually,
if the guys
Smurf
in the
is-
shack had.
That's what I'm thinking, because he took down MLGB, so
Yeah.
he could have some utility to work with here. And he tries to peek out. No utility turn yet, so they know exactly what's Samurai takes the shot. There's an M24 on him as well. The circle's going to be eating him alive, and that is about it. G-Boy comes in through with the GG and the chicken dinner for an impressive amount, a total of
21.
there you go. Finally allowed to have a drink. That kill count. Supreme stuff.
But
and
this is
as you
something
said
we
it.
never see, and this is the third time today.
Yeah, when you see more than 20 kills. Absolutely. And here's exactly what Larson said. The first game of the EU qualies have seen the top team fragging for 21 kills precisely. So
Who's gonna get 23 next game is what I'm wondering.
yeah, there you go. That's what happened in the EU qualies. If you haven't caught that one, what happened in the EU qualies is that the second game, another team was Grubby, that decided to go mayhem and see, okay, well, 21 kills. What is that? Let's make it 23 out. You know, it's kind of a broke back moment, but it worked for them. 23 kills after that. After that, though, we didn't actually have any more.
No.
We didn't beat that record of
No,
23 kills.
but still, it's so rarely you see a 21 kill, and I'm just happy. It's been a really good day for us today.
But it's not that rare that you see a nade kill. And we're going to be looking at one just now. Let's have a look at this one here. Nuge. A B-Nuge comes in with a beautiful Kobe there. Voivo just barely uses a first aid kit. And teammate just with decent kind of life as well. But
It's the
Bino
worst
just throws
feeling
a
is
spatter.
when the nades hit you and you fly away and you just know you're dead.
I know.
That is one of
When
the
you
most
see that
frustrating
little
things in
sliver
this
of
game,
life for just a half a second while you're
It's
flying.
terrible. I hate it.
I know. Well, that's also happens sometimes for you.
Mm.
We're going to be having a look at another highlight from the Star Boys of Hollywood Hammers. And indeed, a team that has performed very well today with an aggressive playstyle. And they see themselves get a decent amount of frags themselves.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hollywood Hammers trying to deny circle entry left and right. These are the ones that took down C9, isn't it?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
there you go.
the way Hollywood Hammers played, they were playing like a public game. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
might
Pretty much
have- it might have
taking
worked
any
out
fight they
because
can.
a lot of these teams are playing really, really, really passive, right? So taking this ultra aggressive approach and just shooting at people that maybe have a little bit of nerves, all that stuff is paying out for them in the first game. But teams are getting warmed up. I don't think they'll be able to do it again, but we'll find out soon, won't we?
Yes, we will. Stick around. It's just going to be a quick break, and we're going to come back straight up. Match number 2.